Michael Maceira writes, "Hello AMC crew, I've been a huge fan of your show for a long time now and never miss an episode. I have a question about comedy movies versus dramatic movies. In a recent interview with Vulture, Chris Rock made the point that drama is much easier to do. He says, switch the directors of Anchorman and Gone Girl and give them their movies to do. Adam McKay is going to get closer to Gone Girl than Fincher is going to get to Anchorman. What do you guys think? Is comedy harder than drama?"
Number one, I cannot wait to see top 5. That looks awesome to me. Number two, Chris Rock doesn't know what he's talking about. I mean, it's comedic bias, and there would be dramatic bias. Whenever I talk to a guy who's heavily and mostly known for dramatic films, and the question comes up, what's harder, drama and comedy? They will always say drama. When you ever talk to a comedy guy and say, which is harder, comedy or drama, they're always going to say comedy. And if he thinks Adam McKay could have directed Gone Girl, he's lost his mind. Gone Girl, if you've seen Gone Girl, you know that took a master's hand to direct. There's so much subtlety. But at the same time, he's absolutely right in the sense that directing good comedy ain't easy. Now, the one advantage that a comedic director has is, look, and I've said this all the time about horror movies and about comedies. In horror movies, you can do almost everything wrong. If you give the audience scares, all is forgiven. Same thing with comedy. You can do everything wrong. You can develop terrible characters. You can tell a stupid story. You can drop the ball on almost everything. But if you make the audience laugh, all will be forgiven. Maybe it won't go down as an all-time classic or anything like that, but all will be forgiven. And that's the one thing that a comedic director has their advantage of. But making people laugh, well, Mark, you do it, right? I mean, it's the easiest thing in the world. Anybody can do it. No, I mean, making people laugh, especially in a movie, is hard to do. It's really hard to do. So it really is apples and oranges. I think he's totally wrong, but I don't think he's opposite wrong. Like, I don't think, no, clearly drama is more difficult to do. I just think clearly his comedic bias is showing. Anyway, Mark is a guy who tries to make people laugh for a living. How do you see this?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that whatever background you come from, that's what your natural inclination is going to say, oh, I want to defend this. And I want to say, and I would put it up to anybody else to stand on front of in a stage, like what Chris Rock does, and make an audience laugh live. That's really, really tough to do. As far as directing goes, I think that both of those, drama or comedy, if you're a comedy, the biggest failure in a comedy is not making people laugh, okay? Right. It's almost like stand-up versus music. Like, if you do a stand-up show and you're not making people laugh every 10 seconds, that's a problem. If you play music and they're not applauding all that, that's okay. They just have to applaud after the song's done, and they're going to do that anyway. So when you're making a dramatic movie, you can write it off as always being artsy, or if you're making a comedy, you can say, I don't need to develop characters as long as I have a gag reel at the end. So I think either one is really, really tough to do, and I think that comedy should be appreciated as much as drama is, even when it comes to be award season. I think that's where the drop-off is.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's funny because, we actually just reviewed top 5, and it is awesome. It is funny. And Chris Rock directs this, and he's got a good comedy eye. Absolutely.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And there are elements of drama in this as well, too, more so on the comedy side, but more heart than anything else. But I actually understand where he's coming from. More of I don't think that it is. Coming back from the stand-up background, it's that it is very hard to get comedy right. If everybody can be serious, not everybody can be funny, and for me, what he's saying here with Fincher is, you're not going to get Adam McKay directing Gone Girl the way, but I think what he is saying there is that you can get him getting closer to that drama tone. If you gave him the source material, you'd still get the drama and the overall feel of the story. But if you gave Fincher the comedy, Fincher seems like a pretty serious dude. Yeah, I could be wrong. He'd be cracking jokes with a rubber duck right now. I have no idea.
I'd love to see Fincher make Anchorman 3, though. Wouldn't you? It
would be hysterical. Everyone would be dead by the end of Act 2. But I understand where he's going. I don't think he's saying they could make the same movie and be, but I think that they could be. I know what he's saying, though. I do agree with what he's saying in regards to that certain directors wouldn't be able to do the comedy tone. It's hard to make people laugh.
It's true. It's a tricky thing to do.
We need to talk.
Hey everyone, if you like this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.